The Town Mouse and the Country Mouse by Aesop. In a cozy burrow beneath the roots of an old oak tree lived a country mouse. His home was simple but comfortable, with tunnels leading to his pantry where he stored seeds, nuts, and grains that he had gathered from the nearby fields. The country mouse lived a quiet, peaceful life. Each day, he would venture out to collect food, enjoying the fresh air and sunshine. In the evenings, he would return to his burrow to eat his simple meals and rest peacefully, listening to the gentle sounds of the countryside. One day, the country mouse received an unexpected visitor. His cousin, a sleek and well-groomed mouse from the town, had come to visit him in the country.
My dear cousin, how wonderful to see you again. I've come to spend a few days in the countryside.
Though he looked around the simple burrow with barely concealed dismay, the country mouse was delighted to see his cousin and immediately set about preparing the best meal he could offer. He brought out his finest stores, fresh wheat kernels, sweet acorns, dried berries, and clear water from a nearby stream.
Please sit and eat. I know it's not fancy, but everything is fresh and natural.
The town mouse nibbled politely at the simple fare, but his expression showed his disappointment. He was accustomed to much finer food, and these plain country provisions seemed rather boring to his sophisticated palate.
This is quite wholesome. But my dear cousin, you really must come visit me in the town. You have no idea what you're missing by living out here in this wilderness. The food in the city is absolutely magnificent.
Tell me about the town.
Oh, cousin, you wouldn't believe the delicacies I eat every day. Rich cheeses from distant lands, fresh bread still warm from the baker's oven, sweet cakes with cream, and the most delicious scraps from the finest restaurants. My home is in a grand mansion with beautiful carpets and crystal chandeliers. You simply must come and experience it for yourself.
The country mouse was intrigued by these descriptions of luxury and abundance. When his cousin invited him to visit the town, he accepted eagerly, curious to see this wonderful world his cousin had described. So the next morning, the two mice set off together for the town. The journey was long and tiring for the country mouse, who was not used to traveling on hard pavements and dodging the feet of hurrying people. When they finally arrived at the town mouse's home, the country mouse was amazed. The house was indeed grand and elegant, with rich furnishings and beautiful decorations everywhere he looked.
Welcome to my home. Now let me show you what real food tastes like.
He led his cousin to a magnificent dining room where the remains of a lavish feast sat on the table. There were plates of exotic cheeses, delicate pastries, roasted meats, and fine wines.
Help yourself. Eat as much as you like.
The country mouse had never seen such wonderful food. He began to taste the various delicacies, and his eyes widened with delight. The flavors were incredible, far more complex and delicious than anything he had ever eaten.
This is amazing. I had no idea food could taste like this.
But just as the country mouse was beginning to truly enjoy the feast, he heard a terrifying sound, the deep, menacing bark of a large dog, followed by heavy footsteps approaching the dining room.
Quick! Hide!
And both mice scrambled to find hiding places behind the furniture. The country mouse's heart pounded with fear as he huddled behind a chair leg, listening to the dog sniffing around the room, searching for them. The footsteps of humans echoed on the floor above their heads. After what felt like hours, the danger finally passed, and the town mouse emerged from his hiding place.
It's safe now. Come on, let's finish our meal.
Does this happen often?
Oh, fairly regularly. There's the dog, of course, and sometimes the cat, and the humans with their brooms and traps. But you get used to it. The food is worth the risk.
As if summoned by his words, a sleek black cat suddenly appeared in the doorway, her green eyes scanning the room. Once again, both mice had to dash for cover, their hearts racing with terror. This time, when the danger had passed, the country mouse had made up his mind.
Thank you so much for your hospitality, cousin. The food here is truly wonderful, and your home is very grand. But I think I must return to the country.
Return? But why? You've barely experienced all the luxuries the city has to offer.
Those luxuries come with a price I'm not willing to pay. I'd rather eat simple food in peace than feast on delicacies in fear. At home, I may not have exotic cheeses and fine pastries, but I can eat my humble meals without constantly looking over my shoulder for danger.
The town mouse tried to convince his cousin to stay longer, but the country mouse was determined to return to his peaceful life.
I've learned something important. A simple life with safety and peace is worth more than all the luxury in the world if that luxury comes with constant fear and danger.
Moral: better a simple life with peace and safety than a luxurious life filled with fear and danger. Contentment with what you have is worth more than all the riches in the world if those riches come at the cost of your peace of mind.